Newcastle United may have been promotion bankers virtually all season, but manager Keegan is taking nothing for granted. Yesterday, he spent more than £1 million to reinforce a squad that's led the First Division for 6 months. Number 2, Mark Robinson, and number 11, Scott Sellers, come straight in for their debuts, with Gavin Peacock, Barry Venison and Kevin Sheedy all injured. Robinson cost £450,000 from Barnsley and will replace Venison at right back. Sellers was the more expensive at £700,000 from Leeds United. He'll operate wide on the left of midfield instead of Mark Simpson. It's a different world for Charlton Athletic. They field this lineup because it's the only one they have. With 8 first-teamers injured, all available men are on duty tonight. Alan Pardew is the latest victim, so Paul Bacon comes into midfield. But an away win at Southend on Saturday still kept Charlton in with an outside chance of the playoffs. Referee Richard Poulane from Huddersfield. It's a perfect night for football as we get underway. Newcastle United only 1 defeat in 10 league games this year. Charlton Athletic with a more unpredictable record. They've won 4 and lost 3 of their last 7 games, and they drew the previous 6. Charlton 11th in Division 1, 23 points behind the leaders, Newcastle United. But still with an outside chance, as we've said, of a playoff place. Newcastle looking to wrap up promotion in almost record time. Last season, Middlesbrough went up with 80 points in second place. Newcastle have 70 already. They've also got tremendous interest in their new double signing. This is Robert Lee against his old club. Oh, what a start for Robert Lee. That's a goal he really would have wanted. Charlton Athletic, his previous club. Nearly 350 appearances for them, and he's dealt them an absolute body blow in the opening minute. He's in such tremendous form this season, Robert Lee. He was away through the middle, sized it all up, and planted it past Mick Salmon. Robert Lee, they'd hardly settled the Charlton back 4, and he was through. And Robert Lee, £700,000 he cost from Charlton. He's still a hero down there in South London, but he's shown no sentiment tonight. There could be another one on here for David Kelly, and this time Salmon blocks. And Charlton are in chaos at the moment. They've not settled at all, and Newcastle are punishing them with a vengeance. Looking for Leeburn, inevitably. Nelson not able to... Oh, there's a mistake there from Howie, and that's the equaliser. Gary Nelson punishing the error there, and he's had to go through the pain barrier, it looks like, for that, but he won't mind at all. And Charlton have snatched an equaliser. It's a long trip up from South London, and Nelson looks in some discomfort there. And that's almost as big a stunner as the opening goal by Robert Lee. Howie was checking there, having a look around, tried to play it out, and got an awkward bounce and fell over it, and Nelson snapped it up. Leeburn with the jump. Howie seemed to have it under control. Maybe had 2 thoughts about the back pass, and that was too many, and Nelson was in there and prodded home the equaliser. Very swell for Robert Lee. Just a bit too high, that one, for Scott Sellers. Around a bit recently, Leeds, Blackburn, back to Leeds, and now up to Tyneside. Beresford. Kelly trying to get on the end of it. Webster was there and fell for Lee Clark, who really got hold of it. Asking a fair bit to try and keep that one down. 7 goals already this season, Lee Clark. Sometimes his shooting spelt lets him down a little bit. He's got the power, but not quite the accuracy. Beresford. Clark, Sellers, Clark. O'Brien. I wonder if he got a shout or not. It's not easy to hear in St James's Park, but Robert Lee's been given the ball again and through for Kelly. Salmon did enough. He had to attack David Kelly, and the keeper was positive, and Kelly must have got the final touch. Nice close passing again. And Kelly closing in, Salmon all the way out. Never got to the ball, but it was enough to shove Kelly out wide. Howie out on Nelson, and that's a goal kick. Harry Nelson and Carl Leeburn have had a hard first 45 minutes work. Into stoppage time, and Leeburn might finish it in style for Charlton, but not with a strike like that. Space just opened up for him there. Was possibly as surprised as everyone else in the ground. The header caught out the Newcastle defence, who pushed forwards. Leeburn made a fair old hash of that one. Beresford having a look for O'Brien making the run. I think it was a good jump by Webster. Kelly, on the end of it. Apart from Houtman, that's a bad mistake. But nearly let Newcastle and Lee in again until Salmon dealt with it so positively. A few mistakes in this game. Goes well into his opposite number, Minto. It's obstruction, says the referee. A minute or so into stoppage time at the end of the first half. But a chance here perhaps for Newcastle to grab the initiative. Howie and Scott forward again. Bracewell and Sellers there. Scott Sellers with the free kick. And it's there. And it's David Kelly. 2-1 to Newcastle. David Kelly, the perfect timing again. Right at the beginning and right at the end of this first half, Newcastle have scored. Relief perhaps in the St James's Park crowd. Smiles from Kelly.
Second goal for Newcastle.
Sellers served it up on a plate. David Kelly got in there and it was out of Salmon's reach. Sellers, an excellent touch. He'll be pleased with that on his debut. And David Kelly, a fine number 9's goal. And David Kelly's 20th goal of the season brings to an end the first half that started and ended with a bang for Newcastle after Robert Lee gave them such a sensational beginning in the first minute. But that shot equaliser by Gary Nelson threw Newcastle out of their stride, but they go in at half-time, back in control. It's Newcastle United 2, Charlton Athletic 1. Spending money like it's going out of fashion here at Newcastle. $5.5 million to go on a stand at the Lees' end there. They signed that deal on Friday. More than $1 million on players yesterday. Not bad for a club that's $6 million in debt. But they've got a 1-goal advantage here against Charlton Athletic. Thanks to David Kelly's goal right on half-time. See the Charlton management down there. Steve Britt in the middle, smiling. Sellers. And they were looking for the free kick then to Paul Bracewell. They weren't going to get it. And they have to settle for a corner kick instead. Steve Gatting knocking the ball behind. Kevin Scott, as usual, going up this time for a position almost on the goal line. Lee Clark will deliver this corner. Beresford's gone for the short ball. Lee Clark with a different angle to play it in. Kicks out O'Brien instead. Just a little bit of ground and momentum with that one. Bracewell and Minto, the two number 8s, battling, and Minto winning it. And a bit of a break on here by Charlton. Charlton trying to go through the middle. Got the break of the ball and found Bacon. Nelson is out wider, but it's back into the middle. Howie gets ahead to it. Balmer looking for Leeburn. Selicek loses out, and that's another equaliser for Charlton Athletic. This time it's Carl Leeburn. They made it look so simple as well. Leeburn got a knock, just as Nelson did when he scored the first equaliser. Selicek came for it, didn't get it. Leeburn did. Good ball delivered into the middle. Leeburn, whose height and jumping has been a threat all night, judged it correctly. Sellers with a chance to cross. Beresford has it now. Webster, handball by Kelly. Oh, the referee spotted that one. Maybe Kelly getting on the end of the cross, but not legally. Sellers knocking it back for Beresford to deliver. And Kelly realised perhaps he was better going to get to it. And hand there, and not getting away with that one. And again, his close control paying a dividend, but it was a sharp tackle by Darren Pitcher. Robinson looking to open it out. Simpson available and holding off the challenge while Beresford comes forward and squeezing it through. Kelly stole in there, and Kelly, well, what a marvellous save by Mick Salmon to retrieve the situation for Charlton. Well, somebody will owe him a drink in the bar afterwards. Simpson forwards. They hesitated. In came Kelly. Got the shot in. Marvellous recovery by Salmon. Now he's got the corner kick to deal with. Corner kick knocked in, headed on, and Salmon couldn't hold on to it. And it didn't fall there for Beresford, and finally away by Nelson helping out. Leeburn's picked it up. Leeburn twisting and turning and losing out. Now it's Lee Clark. Lee Clark, David Kelly making runs ahead of him. Simpson in the best position out wide here. Square for O'Brien, who can hit them. Has he opened up the room for the shot? Looking to get on the way of the return. Oh, saved somehow. Minto was back there. Last-ditch stuff now from Charlton. O'Brien, a great siding run through the middle. He went for it all the way, took it on his chest, tried to flick it over here, and Minto, great covering. Lee Clark available ahead. Simpson takes it up out wide. O'Brien comfortably past one challenge. Robinson. This is Lee. Good run by Bracewell. A clever little header down for Lee Clark. Once again, Lee Clark looking for the spectacular finish. It was a very neat move indeed. Robert Lee's ball forward. Bracewell knew exactly where Clark was. He might have taken it on a stride, hit it first time over the top. Howie. Lee. Lee Clark. O'Brien. Beresford. Somebody's got to play the crucial ball in. It'll be Beresford. Howie is up there. Looking to keep his account square. Steve Howie, whose error led to Gary Nelson's 8th-minute equaliser. Up there in the attack with a good jump, not that far over. Kevin Keegan faces a trip to Swindon and another key game this Saturday. Would like to have gone there with 3 more points under his belt. Looks like he's going to have to settle for just the one. St James's Park proves another lucky ground for Charlton. 3 wins and now a draw in the last 4 visits. And that's quite a tribute to the walking wounded. This was the only team they could put out, Charlton, but they've done the job for their manager after Robert Lee had scored that early goal against his own club in the first minute. But twice they came back from the dead, Charlton. Nielsen punishing one mistake, and Carl Leeburn early on in the second half punishing the keeper, who was a little slow to get to the cross. Newcastle had another point to their impressive total to date. It's only a small step perhaps nearer the Premier League, but Charlton can be more than satisfied with their night's work this evening. The final scoreline, it's Newcastle United 2, Charlton Athletic 2.